Greetings, human beings of the internet. My name is Joe, and thank you for joining me today for another episode of my Q&A vlog series, which I have called Askey. I don't know if it's a good title. The reason I called it Askey is because I like calling my vlog videos vloggy, talkies. So I was kind of trying to incorporate that into the title, and I realized that the videos were kind of just Askey, talkies. So that's kind of the idea behind the title. I don't know if it's good. But anyway, thank you guys for leaving your comments in the last video. I thought everyone was just going to leave their questions for episode 1. And then everyone would run out of ideas. And then the series would just kind of run dry. But I was very pleasantly surprised with the amount of questions I got for episode 2. So thank you guys for your awesome and creative questions. Let's get started with an easy one. Expert Noob says, can you answer this question? Lee War Turtle says, what games are you looking forward to? Either not out yet or just haven't played yet. The games I'm looking forward to in the future this year are probably Batman and No Man's Sky. Those are the main two that I'm excited about. I'm excited to give The Witcher 3 a go. I'm not really the biggest fan of the Witcher series, but I will definitely give the third one a go because it's looking pretty interesting. And games that I haven't played yet, I am looking forward to going back and playing a lot of old Nintendo games that I missed out on. I have basically just owned the PlayStation and the Xbox for the last few years. I've missed out on some really awesome Nintendo stuff. So I'm going to use my live stream as a way to go back and revisit those games. But apart from that, I think I've done a pretty good job across these past years of playing all the games that I've meant to play. I'm also interested to try out the other two Telltale series. Tales of the Borderlands and the Game of Thrones series. I haven't bought them yet, but I'm pretty interested in how those will turn out. Ferrero says, are there any games you really want to play but haven't had the time? Yes. Dragon Age Origins is one that I haven't had the time for. It's a really long RPG, but I really enjoy the Dragon Age series, so that is one that I want to catch up on. I guess I'm going to put Dark Souls 2 on the list as well, because I stopped doing Dark Souls 2 just because of time. And then when I went to restart it, I've lost my save file, so I'd have to start from the beginning. I don't really have time, but I do want to eventually, one day, finish Dark Souls 2. That is all I can currently think of. There's probably some more RPGs out there, or some bigger games I just don't have time for, but I can't currently think of any. Are you going to start any long-going series for open-ended games without a set ending or goal, like Reign of Kings or Minecraft? I actually do have a Reign of Kings series ongoing. I have uploaded episode 1. I will put a link to that on the screen. Can I do that with cards now? I think I can, or in the description below. I really enjoyed making episode 1, and I think I'm actually going to go record episode 2 after I have done recording this episode. So hopefully Reign of Kings will be quite a long and hopefully fun series. I think some of my favorite series ever have been kind of games that don't have a particular ending. I'd say The Forest and Goat Simulator are probably some of my favorite series I've ever done. So I definitely have some future plans for games along those lines. I still want to try out Stranded Deep, which doesn't have an ending, I believe. I don't know what's the longest I would run a series for. I think my longest going series is probably Dark Souls at 22 episodes. I think Goat Simulator and The Forest are kind of close. But Minecraft, no. Minecraft goes on for too long. Like, there's no ending, and you could make like 100 episodes out of a Minecraft series, and there's always something else I want to play. So Minecraft is probably not going to happen. So I actually already have quite a few of these going on, and I will probably start a few more in the future because I like them and there's a lot of variety in them. The Gamer Urchin says, will you walk around with a water gun in public for 10,000 subscribers? No. I don't think that would be very thrilling. I don't think people would find that very entertaining. I'm not even sure why you want me to do that. Maybe that's like illegal in America, but over here in England, that's fine. You can walk around with a water gun in public and no one would care. So, no, I will do something for 10,000 subscribers. I'll probably have a bit of time to think about it. I'll think of something. John Doe says, in your web design work, what programming technologies do you use? Such as PHP, HTML, obviously, etc. I think John Doe is asking what programming languages I know. So, obviously, I know HTML and CSS. You can't make a website without them, basically. I do know PHP. I actually consider myself really good at PHP. It was kind of my favorite go-to web programming language. I could do some JavaScript. I kind of preferred PHP and always tried to use PHP just because I knew it and I was better at it. but sometimes there were things that were just easier to do with JavaScript, so I kind of had to make do. I knew XML, obviously. You need that if you want to incorporate databases and retrieving data from those in your websites. Those are all of the languages I can think of that I used when I was in university. HTML, CSS, PHP, XML, and JavaScript. I did a bit of software design as well, which is basically just Java. But yeah, those are the main languages I know. And have you got any examples of your previous or current websites? No, but I will do soon in the future. Thomas Rose says, you have the same musical taste as me. Whew. Good taste, friend. What's the worst injury you've ever had? Oh, the worst injury I've ever had is a broken arm. I broke my left arm when I was 11 years old. I was in the garden with one of my friends. And my dad's a carpenter, so he had a step ladder in the, not a step ladder, a proper ladder, a big ladder in the garden. And we were playing on it like stupid kids. And it's one of those proper ladders. It's not like the single ladder that you prop up against something. It's one of the double fold-out ladders, like that. So we were climbing up it. And I was going to turn around on it. So I was kind of facing this way. And the ladder was kind of like, I was kind of leaning it against the ladder. Stupidly. Like I wasn't holding onto the ladder. It was actually behind me, like a stupid kid. And I had my arm kind of through one of the gaps. This is really hard to explain. So I'm standing on it, the ladder is behind me. I have my arm actually through one of the steps, kind of holding on. I'm quite small, I'm 11 years old. And the ladder actually falls. So the ladder kind of like, it isn't locked in position. The ladder actually kind of like shuts like this. So my arm is actually stuck between these two metal things here, the two metal ladders. And it actually falls. So my arm is stuck this way and I kind of fall with it. And so my arm is kind of stuck behind and I keep going. It was my left arm. I don't know why I'm doing my right arm. But yeah, basically what happened is my bone ended up snapping and actually overlapping. So I had this like huge bulge in my arm. It was gross and it hurt a lot. Disc 2 says, where in the world would you like to travel? Oh, I am a guy who loves travel and would love to travel more, but I am poor, so I can't do it. I've traveled around Europe a lot, so I think pretty much everywhere outside Europe. Like I want to go everywhere. Next year I'm going to India with my family, which I'm really excited for. I want to travel around America. I would love to go to America and like do a road trip, rent like a bus with some friends. It would be absolutely insane. I want to go to Asia. I would love to go to Japan, South Korea. The only place I wouldn't really want to go is Australia, which sounds really harsh, but I've just heard that it's not really different from England, and it's like a 12-hour plane journey, no, 24-hour plane journey, and it's a bit more expensive than England. So I'd say pretty much everywhere except for like Australia and North Korea. That sounds really mean to Australia. Like I'm sure Australia is fine. Everyone I know who's gone to Australia says it's fine, but it's just like not very different from the UK. So unless I have a purpose, I wouldn't really travel to Australia. I'd go to New Zealand. I'd go anywhere. Jasmine Ramsey says, religion, if any. I am not religious. I've had a few people ask me this because I have the tendency to say a few quotes that go along the lines of Jesus Christ or Mother of God. I say these a lot. I say this all the time to my videos. Whenever I'm jump scared, it's usually holy shit, holy Jesus, oh my God, Christ, Mother of God. I don't know why. I don't know why I say these things. I guess my parents said it when I was growing up or something and just got programmed into here. They came from somewhere and it's my go-to statement when I am scared or shocked. But I'm not. I am an atheist. Matalisha says, will you ever show your mum on a live stream? No. Someone sent me a question over Skype. They said, what got you into video games? I always kind of enjoyed video games from a young age. The first thing I ever owned was a Game Boy Color. I can't remember how I got that. I can't remember who bought it for me, maybe my nan. But then it kind of started when my auntie gave me her PlayStation 1. I really enjoyed the Tomb Raider games, and then I got into like Crash Bandicoot and all that stuff. And then I had the PlayStation 2, and I enjoyed playing that. But I think I really got into video games when the Xbox 360 came along. When I got Xbox Live and I could play online with people, that's what kind of, I don't know, got me more involved with it. I got involved with the DefendTheJoe community and it kind of just spiraled out of control, and here I am. Shannon Weller says, what is your first thought when you found out what's YouTube? I presume she's saying, what did you think when you first found YouTube? I found YouTube in 2006, and I don't remember what I thought back in 2006, because that was 9 years ago. I was either 12 or 13 years old when I found YouTube, so I cannot remember. I presume I was probably quite happy. When I was a kid, I loved watching videos on the internet. I used to go on like Mega Uploads or Mega Video, I think it was. And then Newgrounds became my home on the internet. I would love watching animations, and then I found YouTube, and I have never left. Just Incredible 198 says, do you have any tips for YouTubers starting out besides keep on keeping on? Oh, man, I could make a whole video covering this topic? I find this really hard to answer because I don't believe I am above the status of a small YouTuber. I believe I am on the same playing field as anyone who's just started their YouTube channel. I do have my own little small community, which I'm really appreciative of. They're an amazing, passionate community as well. But I don't really feel like I've gone far enough in YouTube to kind of be justified to answer this question because I haven't really done it myself. But if you're just starting out on YouTube, I can give a few tips. Just try and have fun, because when it comes to YouTube, the only struggles I've had... The only struggles I've had are up here. Like when you get down about lack of progress, or when you're not really enjoying yourself, or when you're forcing yourself to do stuff. The only battle on YouTube I've ever encountered is this guy up here. So just as long as you are having fun and enjoying it, then that's good. The chances of people starting a YouTube channel now and it becoming your job, or you becoming big enough to make a living out of it, is insanely small. Like, I'm not trying to be a negative guy, but the chances of you starting a YouTube channel and making it now is incredibly low. It's still incredibly low for me. It's so saturated. There's so many people doing the same thing. There's so many people that are working harder than you and me and doing a better job than me. So, I don't know. I haven't made it myself, so I don't have any tips. But if you're just starting out, try and find other YouTubers that are starting out. Have fun. Learn some new skills. Make some friends. And enjoy yourself. And don't put any pressure on trying to become the next Jacksepticeye, because it's probably not going to happen. But there is a chance, you know. There's always a chance. Always believe that there is a chance. You know, people don't do the lottery and think they're going to win. They just do it because they know there's a chance. It's the same as YouTube. It might become your full-time job, or it might just be a fun hobby. Either way, just enjoy it. Kaboom Free Run says, will you play PT Silent Hill? I think you mean Silent Hills. When it comes out on Halloween 2016. If so, will you record it? Yeah, if it is still coming out, because I know Kojima just left Konami, who's like the main guy behind Silent Hill, so I'm not even sure if Silent Hills is going to even exist. But if it does, 100%, I will be let's playing the shit out of that game, because I love horror games, and PT was still to this day the scariest horror experience outside of the Oculus by miles. It was traumatizing. Gracie Ramsey says, what is the worst dream you have ever had? I don't know. I don't actually have nightmares that much. I have good dreams. I think when you get older, you just worry about less stuff, or you're just less scared about monsters and stuff, so you just don't really have nightmares. I guess the worst dream would probably be family dying. I'm sure I've had a dream about my dog getting run over or something horrible like that. I can't think of one, which I guess is a good thing. What is my dog's name? My dog's name is Immy. I can't actually remember why we called her Immy. I remember at the time I wanted to call her Megatron. But now that I know my dog better, Megatron is not a fitting name for my dog. She's a bit of a coward. Wally says, do you believe in ghosts? No, I do not. I'm quite a strictly scientific guy. I like facts, and I don't really believe in anything that isn't factually proven. And I don't believe in ghosts. I believe whenever ghosts have been seen by people, it's all up here. People don't really realize how incredible the human brain is at creating things that aren't real, from noises to smells to images. I think people just hang out in creepy buildings on their own for too long, and they get a bit paranoid and stuff, and then their brain just manifests stuff. I don't believe in ghosts. Until someone comes around with fully fledged proof, I will never believe that ghosts are real. So last Q&A, I asked Bakil Ding Ding where his username came from, and he actually gave me quite a detailed answer, which I've put up there. But his question is, so have you ever been in a fight in your life? I have been in a few fights, a few when I was younger, and I've been in a few fights where you go on a night out, the drinks start flowing, and then the words start flowing, and then fists start flying. I've never been hurt in a fight. I've never actually properly punched someone, but I've been in a few ruckuses, to say. I did get punched in the face by a girl once, on my birthday. That was a funny story. Good punch as well. It hurt for a while. So that is it. That was an awesome list of questions. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting this series and providing me with content. I really like all your questions, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. It's going well, and I really enjoy making these. So, as always, if you have more questions, leave them in the comments below, and they will be in episode 3. But that is all for now, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time! I want to do frequent Q&As, and I thought it would increase the interactivity I have with you guys, and I could just answer your questions on a more frequent basis. I have yet to come up with an intelligent title for this series. I could just call it Q&A 1. Maybe DefendTheJoe would think of a clever title. Is that a clever title?